What?
That's terrifying.
Jesus Christ, I just know...
What?
How you...
What's happened there? Click on that. Whoa!
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. I'm super worried about what this is going to happen here.
All right.
That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children.
She got erased from the game.
You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? Are we going to replay the entire game like this?
I don't fucking know.
Do you want me to reread these, or... Because this looks the same.
I think we're good.
But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Holy fuckles!
It's Knuckles.
This is like some early internet creepypasta shit here.
Yeah, I'm into it.
It has like a classic creepypasta feel now.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it.
It's
an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone.
Oh.
I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that.
Oh.
But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and online. There was always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Oh, shit.
Sayori's been edited out of existence.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Maces. Morning stars. They aren't
clearly inferior to polearms. They don't interest me.
I forget that you were staunchly pro polearm.
Yes. Someday I will own a halberd.
I
will wield it to defend our domain.
From who? Our landlord?
I'll get a nemesis.
Not ready to commit to that one.
I don't think polearms work on dismantling the structures of late capitalism, but I'll do my best.
Well, what if we took the polearm and we hoisted it up by like a rope or something? There aren't really any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Yes?
What the fuck are you doing, Monica?
Monica learned Python.
How do I know you?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here.
How do you know who we are? How do we know who you are?
It's been a while, right?
How is your skirt flowing in the wind with no wind? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club.
Supplies, like you. You're a supply. And I'm the demand.
Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
Aha, about that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit? Straight up?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics. Both sides. I know I did.
No.
I know I did this last time, I'm sure, but Monica is an enlightened centrist.
Oh no. She's even more of a villain now.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
Monica, you need to stop screwing with the game.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
So, just side note, given how this has turned out so far, I wonder if our decisions actually changed anything.
They didn't, I'm sure.
I
bet they didn't. I bet this is basically
I think,
linear or close to linear.
Yeah, like I'm sure we would have gotten a different conversation at least, but I think they're all. I'll check after we're done just to make sure we don't miss any endings or anything. But I'm pretty certain at this point it's all roads lead to Monica, as it were.
Do you think that Yuri will knife fight Monica before dying horribly and getting deleted?
No, I think Monica's just gonna tell Yuri, like, hey, you should go down the road, not across the street. And then... Sorry, that was bleak.
And probably exactly what Monica would say.
Yeah. Have I taken my pills today? I need to do that. In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one, and you're my first member.
Did you see it glitch out there for a moment?
Yeah.
A
literature club.
Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
1. You. Is the music glitching?
I was trying to listen to it.
Ahaha. It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far.
We now our setup means that we can hear the music, but we can't hear it like perfect. So if it's like doing a subtle glitching thing, that we won't pick up on it necessarily.
It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Why would she bring her personal belongings to school instead of keeping them at home? Now other people can get their grubby mitts all over her collection.
She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey, S. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
Bring some friends! We've got knives! Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, S. You know that?
Here's the one question. Why is she so hyperfixated on us? Is she... In universe, it wouldn't make much sense because we're just a boring-ass VN protagonist.
We're the player.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, she knows she's in a game.
She's actually trying to manipulate the player to do something.
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh.
And not just manipulate the player, but also rewrite the game from the inside.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's why it said the line stopped. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know what this is reminding me of a whole lot right now?
What?
Fucking Ben Drowned.
Yeah.
I'm sure people who watch us on YouTube probably know what that is, but if you haven't, there's an old creepypasta called Ben Drowned about dude who finds an old N64 card that just says Majora on it, and chef's kiss. That's the old creepypasta shit right there. That's what I grew up on. That and the SCP wiki.
I, on the other hand, am a great fan of the Mother Horse Eyes extended universe.
Mother Horse Eyes? I don't know that one.
Oh, it's quite
What about
good.
the caving page that you were showing me?
Oh, that was a very, very old and classic one. Oh, I don't remember the guy's name, though.
And, oh, you know what? Marble Hornets.
Yeah.
It came along a bit later, but that was definitely, like, the best to come out of the Slenderman. Kind of. Whew. Oh, man.
fond memories of being like 14
Terrified.
and hanging out in certain circles.
Oh, and like, do you remember when John dies at the end was only a web novel?
I do.
I read the whole thing. I read originally on the. Oh my god.
I didn't. I meant to, and read like a page or two of it, and then never revisited it until you convinced me to years later.
Good thing I
and
own
it. Was
it.
a real book, and you owned it and gave it to me.
Yeah. Oh man. So not even being sarcastic. Actual call to the comments right now. Share some of your favorite creepypasta stuff in the links below,
Yes, do it.
but make it seem really
Scare
innocuous.
us. Yeah.
So that way
Terrify me.
anyone who hasn't watched the video yet won't know what's going on and be like, hey, here's my favorite link to a soup recipe that you guys were discussing in the video. Or like, oh, remember that one, I think it was a Korean comic.
Oh, the one that didn't work when you tried to show it.
Yeah,
to
the
me,
one that
so
didn't.
it
Yeah, the
land
one
at
that's
all.
supposed to auto scroll and jump scare. Yeah. It's nothing really.
Shall we go then?
Sorry, we had to take some time to reminisce because, damn.
I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
Like, it's pretty blatant what it's trying to do, but I appreciate it so much. I love that shit. And I'm not even kidding. Please, this is actually a call for recommendations. Leave your favorite creepypasta shit in the comments below, and I will check most of them out because
If I'm able to sleep between now and the next video, I'll consider that a failure.
there you go. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. That was creepy.
Your girl won.
A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Well, he won't be for long.
Yuri, fetch the knife.
Well, you will be in just a second. Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, ass.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. I'm worried that if whoever's route we pick in this one will be the one that dies. If not both.
Certainly.
If not both. I don't know how...
I have a feeling it'll do it one at a time, just to fuck with the usual standards of how a visual novel do.
Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
The vice president.
It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into S in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was kind of too... Well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
And only him.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Ass?
Here's the thing, is it going to make us play through another, full 3-hour route?
I don't know.
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay?
But it's also different enough.
It is different.
It's different, and that's why, okay, we can't just, skip past or whatever.
As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
It's certainly been exciting. You've been taking that duty of yours to admirable lengths. Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
God.
Wait. How many people were in the club to begin with?
Oh,
It wasn't
no.
4.
Oh no.
How many kills does she have already?
Kilimanjaro.
Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
I love that we're just kind of like we've stopped hanging lampshades and have just bought the whole light fixture store at this point. It's like, you want chandeliers? You got them. You want a glass lampstand? We've got that too.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important.
It's tomorrow. We bumped it up. I bumped it. We.
I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, I keep a whole tea set in every classroom.
Okay,
and
honestly,
you'll find there's a whole tea set in your pocket right now.
I've hid them all over the world. Look at this. See? Tea set. In my cup, tea set. Would you please check the breast pocket of your jacket right now? It's a tea set. God, Agents of Cracked is good.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
I haven't told them I don't know how to read. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Trying to think of like the best pieces of literature I've read that have no words in them. I can only think of the one. I can think of a couple of kids' books. There's a couple of picture books I know of that don't have any words. But the only one I can think of that I've read recently was Here.
Yeah.
McGuire. And even, wait, no, that has words. That has some in it. That has some words in it, even though it's largely visual.
That's not...
She grew taller. Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, S, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, only half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, the new volume of Shio's School Road came out! Did you like it? Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually books with knives in them. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them, the knives, that is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her knives. She seems so reserved and timid. I feel like maybe we shouldn't fuck around as much because it's going to become increasingly unclear where we're fucking with it and where it's actually the game trying to...
Unfortunately, I'm the one that's on this couch with you, so I can't not.
Yeah.
So I apologize in
No, it's
advance.
fine. We got brain worms. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well, or deep knife wounds. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once.
Never again.
It sucked. Anyway, I got this lampshade all of a sudden. Would you like it? I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Haha, I'd expect that from you, Yuri.
You're next.
It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
And then, route ends right there. Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
Like spiders. What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud, and give that back.
Fine, fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Wait.
Well, I guess sometimes, when, my partner isn't stealing my lines. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them with me sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Shrinks. It'd be funny. It'd be really funny if every time you looped around, Monika's sprite just got like 2 pixels bigger.
Bigger than before.
Bigger. Or like next time around she has different colored hair or something. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea.
Come on, dolls. You need to act the way I want you to in order to move this forward. I'll have to play 2 parts now.
How about this?
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea.
Well, without Sayori to...
Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together.
Monika's trying so hard just to speed things along at this point.
Yep. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all.
Vice president. Vice president.
I need to do my best to nurture the club, as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take.
Hey, you know what goes really well with surreal horror?
What?
Guayaki, organic yerba mate, blue foria flavor.
Are you implying that it's surreal and horrible?
Yes. Drinking it is a surreal experience. Much akin to one of horror. Hold on. There's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 3 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
I don't think I gave you an option. But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Humph. Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me.
guess I need to tell you the truth, yes.
You don't have a choice to make.
The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club.
If you keep killing them off, how is this going to continue?
Because it will end with the player getting killed off.
Oh, right. Yeah.
IRL.
Oh, shit. I knew I shouldn't have installed the knife extension for Windows.
Yeah.
Who else? Whoever sent us the USB knife.
We need 4. Remember that one gif of the person making the frantic knife tentacle? Yeah. And then like, oh fuck, I can't turn it off.
Help, I can't turn it off.
And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, ass?
Actually, I think it would be funnier if she was insecure and just kept increasing her chest size. It's like, really? You have control over everything and that's what you do first? Alright. Yeah. Could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
S, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
S, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica.
The only 3.
Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps if I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
I bet they give us less adjective. Ooh, yes, I would like to read.
I'm sorry, what?
Click that yes button. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room.
What?
And now Sayori's gone from the poem minigame as well.
Weird.
And also... Oh, but not her words. The words are still there.
What was one of her words? What was one of her...
Like, unrequited. Oh, that's one of hers.
It is now.
Maybe not.
I wonder if we can actually switch over to Natsuki.
Almost certainly if we would like to.
No, I don't want to. I was just kind of... Vertigo. Melancholy. We're writing this for Yuri, right? We're still doing Yuri route?
Yeah.
Skirt.
Determination.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Memories. After image. That's a great word. Headphones. Imagination. Starscape. Heaven sent. Effulgent. Fantasy. Really? Fantasy got Natsuki? Alright, sure. Agonizing.
Email.
Sorry.
Aw.
Unrestrained?
Yeah. Moose.
Oh.
Frightening.
Entropy. Captive. Cute. What's it going to be like when there's only one of them?
Monica will add herself to it, and it will be just her and only the words she wants you to pick.
Oh, no. Well, no, because Monica isn't part of that game.
She'll add herself.
Why didn't she add herself then?
She doesn't know enough Python. She's still learning.
She picked up the book.
Hi again, S. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, what just happened? Whose face was that? That was...
I don't know.
I didn't get a good enough look at it.
Thanks for keeping your promise, S. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on to what?
Holy shit!
What?
Take a really good look at the poster in the back of the classroom. Oh, fuck. Holy shit! That's...
Oh my god.
That's...
What are the other ones?
I don't know, but...
Oh god.
That's...
The next time someone's not standing in front of them, we have to see what the other ones are. What if there are the other characters dying? We can't see now, of course, but...
No, but I was looking at...
Holy fuck.
I was like, that poster doesn't look like how...
Was that there before?
I don't know if it was there before. It might have just come
we
in
have
this...
to go back and look at some point. But...
Oh, God!
Fuck. What if it was always there?
Like in the previous route?
Yeah.
I don't think it was there in the previous route.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Whoa!
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Huh, she's in front of the text! Hey!
Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Oh, that's your line, I'm sorry. That's Monica. That's Monica's line. You have to read it. Also, notice how all of our portraits are the wrong size and the wrong location?
Natsuki's
Certainly.
certainly has...
You certainly have.
You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Monica? Yeah, see, like, she's slightly tilted and too big.
Yeah.
Is the classroom tilting too? The classroom's tilted too.
It's slowly rotating.
Is it
Is
actually?
it? I can't tell if it's slowly
I can't tell if it's
rotating.
slowly rotating or if it's always been that.
This is fucking me.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back onto her seat.
I'm sorry, S. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all...
Are you close enough to the mic?
Yeah. Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. It is slowly rotating. I've been following a single point, the table that's
Over here?
behind Yuri. No, the one that's now hidden behind entirely the text box. It wasn't a minute or so ago.
I've been watching this part right here, and that's slowly getting farther and farther away.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like... Well, as vice president and all...
Vice president.
That I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. What?
Are you close enough to the mic? Should I move?
I don't know.
Are you sitting up enough?
I'm doing my best.
Okay. Sorry.
And we could, discuss it.
Wait, why did she reload
want
like
to.
that? That was weird. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew.
It's so weird that she loads in like that every time she has a different portrait.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Whoa! Okay, we're back. We're back now.
Okay.
So that's still...
The other posters are normal. Yep. It's just Sayori.
God, that's so rude.
Yeah.
Why are you taunting us, Monica? What the fuck? Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. It's back to normal.
Oh.
It's back to... Hold on one moment.
Yeah, they're all normal.
Yeah, that's all normal. Oh, oops, sorry. As far as I can tell anyway. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah.
Oh, you've gone back to normal size, have you? Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this. Rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave
What
to me,
happened to
right?
her eye?
Oh! When did that happen?
I don't know. I wanted to reread some of it.
Is more of her gonna... Oh, there... Oh, okay.
Not for any particular reason.
Now I feel like we should be paying more attention on each... Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday...
I thought of you.
That's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
You don't fucking say.
It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well...
Come to think of it, through several changes of thought, is it just me, or is a lot of metafiction also horror? Can you think of metafiction that isn't horror?
Probably, but not off the top of my head.
Because I was thinking of my favorite examples of metafiction, and almost all of them are horror. I don't think I can come up with any off the top of my head that aren't.
Is Pale Fire horror?
Is Pale Fire metafiction? It's just an No, that's not his epistolary novel, is it? I haven't read Pale Fire.
It's definitely metafiction.
Alright. Never metafiction I didn't like. Hey!
I don't remember what it's like, though. I also didn't finish it.
Oh. In true Nabokov fashion.
What? No, in true me fashion. So many books that I pick up and I'm like, wow, this is good and interesting. I'm going to read half of it at the same time of reading half of a dozen other books. And then
never
eventually
finish.
return them all and never finish.
Feeling a bit dolorous and hazy. That's Nabokov reference. To the only Nabokov...
The only Nabokov book that there is.
The only one. It's got so... It's full of puns and I enjoy it, okay?
Okay.
The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. This is different. This is not what the book was about before.
No, it's not.
And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it.
Oh, that's cool.
The book, I mean.
I liked the Da Vinci Code.
Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You really made it sound like it was going to be a nice story that saw that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, S?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Pulls out knife. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those. What do you mean you totally forgot?
Because we found out yesterday. It's the same line as before.
Okay. I thought that was...
It's an identical line. It's just all the lines have different meaning now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then, suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I?
I didn't click through that one. That one happened on its own.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Keep expecting to see someone's face out in the hallway or something now.
Oh, it'll happen.
God. That was cruel, Monica.
Yeah.
And we're agreed that it's probably her doing this, right? Since she's the one that has...
Absolutely.
That has, fucking fourth wall powers. It's not a particularly bad thing.
Is the room rotating again?
I don't think it's rotating again.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, good.
Sorry, I was just lost looking at the details and wondering, was that there before? Was that weird fridge thing next to the door there before?
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting.
I don't think it's too subtle about its horror. I think we'll know
No. It was subtle about, if I hadn't like just caught a glimpse of it and been like, that looks like a different poster. I wouldn't have
Okay.
noticed that. It is definitely throwing some subtle things in there.
Okay.
You're right. I don't think it's getting so subtle as to change the dull colored background elements. But who knows? I realize that she's not looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat.
You really... I'm not clicking through these, by the way. That's just happening. Yuri, you really do apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book once more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
No. Oh, we did that one last time,
We
didn't
did.
we? Okay. Out there in the spotlight, you're a million. Sorry. Is there anything different about this picture?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like anything's different here.
Yeah, I don't see anything different yet.
I feel like we're playing Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
In the shape of an L on her forehead.
That was good. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it underneath her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready
Eh?
to turn the page?
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the pages before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Eh?
No, I don't.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? Just think of the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about.
Not the part where they got all the limbs removed.
Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Like how she's something else.
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So, I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright, Yuri?
Eh?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling a bit sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. The facial expression is definitely different.
Is that different? Like, it could be, but
She did not look that manic last time, I don't think. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments when I'm obviously wrong.
well, I'm wondering if we just didn't notice it as much last time. But you're right, she definitely does look a lot more manic.
I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
S? Did something happen just now?
Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a bit strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything.
Sorry, I can't say that I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing!
Haha, don't worry. I believe you, silly.
Should we take a break?
Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
All right, you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while. So I just figured we'd get started without her. Is she going to die immediately?
Oh, God. Is that... Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. God damn! Girl moves fast. Let's share it with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Ugh. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt.
Don't make fun of my rolling skills.
Well, excuse me, I'm a tiny person. A little goes a long way. It's not like I said it was bad. It just doesn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? You looking for me to smack a bitch? I'll pass on getting smacked, thank you. Sigh.
I was looking forward to it.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Still a good poem. Yeah. Told you weren't gonna like it. I do like it, though. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks this writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message that's different. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Like in this gut punch. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri, are you okay? Hi, Monica.
Hi, S. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
I'm gonna put some tape over my webcam now.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ah. Don't worry, S. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, S. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it.
Thanks for the patronization, Monica.
It's really metaphorical. I never metaphor I didn't like.
What's a metaphor?
I don't know. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
It sure is easy for you.
That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness.
Why are you giving us hints for the other routes, Monica?
I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly.
Is she just going through, like, backhanded compliments?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening here?
Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she winds up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize.
There's no need.
We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
It's been a very long time since we had something fuck up, so I'm like constantly on edge right now. I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This is a new one. She wants out.
Oh god. Alright. I'm worried that I accidentally just downloaded Monica OS onto my computer.
I think you did. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Aha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
I wonder if this was intentional. She's got green eyes. Jealous green eyes.
Huh.
Of envy.
Huh.
Yeah? Because she wants out?
Maybe.
I don't know. I could be reading too much into that.
I, on the other hand, have bleen eyes of blenvy.
Nice. Interesting. The skip function wasn't highlighted earlier.
Huh. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Wait, I missed a line, didn't I?
Yeah, it's okay. What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
An epic fanny?
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epic fanny?
Yeah, something like that. An elephant. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Do.
Make sure to wear body armor at all times. It won't protect you against knives though if they get in between the panels.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Do. Thanks for listening.
Tutaboo. Monica Das.
Oh.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh.
Ooh. He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Excuse me. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we did have some poem writing experience.
This is the reason I was able to tell.
We've written, what, 3 poems before? Before this one?
It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers
Sorry.
is something.
They try to make their style very deliberate.
In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Good writing tips, Yuri. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for.
You can blame me anyway if you want to.
There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
Yeah, especially considering you're next.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her.
How horrifying is this version going to be?
It's kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? This is the same.
Interesting.
So here's the thing. I think it might be subtly cueing us in on when we can skip by stuff. Because the skip button at the bottom wasn't always lit up. I'll check this next time because I really don't want to miss anything.
Okay. I thought it was lit up when the mouse was just hanging out down there over it.
No. So, it's a different color. Sometimes it's a different color from the rest of these.
Okay.
So right now it's the same color, which makes you think that this is something that's just the same in this route.
Okay.
And we're not missing anything. But in other points, it's been colored out.
Huh.
I'll double check that, but I might be looking too much into it, but oh well.
I'm sorry that I have such terrible handwriting.
What? Sorry about...
Sorry for what?
Sorry for what?
But it took you a long time to read.
It really didn't. I clicked by without reading it. Sorry. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. Eh?
That's a relief.
How can we decide that every eh has to sound like that?
Because it does.
Eh? Even though it was short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Like what? Well, have you ever heard of Homer?
Yeah, I love The Simpsons.
Okay, what about Virgil? Yeah, I love Devil May Cry. What about anonymous? No, I'm not really into 4chan.
I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest.
Whoa,
Oops, I
you
suppose.
alright? No, it's okay. You're good. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, S.
Hoo-hoo. Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
It's a lot more solemn putting it that way.
Lucky that there's no one like that in this club.
Yeah, really. I mean,
What if there were? It would be terrible for her.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough if there was someone like that. It's a good thing that that's not the case, though. I mean, could you imagine how weird that would be?
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this.
How come?
But in the end, I enjoyed it.
Well, I get this feeling I'm gonna get shanked in a moment.
I'm going to keep doing my best for you, S.
Me too. See, now the skip button is...
You can't skip.
Yep, see, now it's paled out, which means this is new.
Okay, good
Okay,
catch.
good catch. Alright, so we won't do any more of the repeating stuff from here. We needed to be sure, and now we know. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? It's Japangrish. I don't know which one we're in. It's unclear. Oh, no, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Humph. As if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and S did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
I can't tell if the redness in her eyes is part of the art style or if that's new.
I don't think it is.
New?
I don't think it's new.
Yeah, it's just part of the style.
Which I haven't yet.
Natsuki.
And
I just say my own name when I get frustrated. That's how...
like a Pokemon.
I really wanted to be a Pokemon when I grow up, but I missed the opportunity for that. Bulbasaur.
And S liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what...
Ooh.
You You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that S appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you think he didn't... And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ooh, woo, 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 woo. You might be wondering why we're pronouncing it that way, but notice that there were multiple double U's. Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as lowercase s started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Do you hear the music doing that too?
Yeah, that's pretty alarming.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch.
Oh no, without Sayori here to calm shit down, this is
Oh.
gonna get real bad. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Boosh! Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do. Holy fuck, that's... Whoa! You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Holy shit. Yeah, go on. Let's hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. How did I get trained to... Whoa, whoa!
Who do we side with?
We're gonna side with Yuri, because we're doing Yuri route, right?
Yep.
I'm sorry?
Again? 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 Again?
It's gonna make Yuri go off...
Again?
Hi, Monica.
Hey, S. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay?
She's got the text box to go to the side of her. Did you see that? Even though she was in front of it, she got her text this time to...
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I wonder what would happen if we had picked Nat.
Probably the same thing.
Because what I thought was going to happen is it was going to force
us to pick
by
Natsuki and Yuri would die.
Because it would keep getting bigger and force her button off the screen.
Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ha ha ha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others.
I just make it do it to themselves.
You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did.
S, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it
Stop.
by tomorrow.
Stop this.
Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me as it like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with S. It would just be embarrassing with you listening.
I love how the whole dynamic is completely thrown off without Sayori here. Sigh.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble.
What?
Whoa, okay.
Monica, what are you doing? Wait,
well,
none of these look like...
Oh, they remove... Let's try memories. Nope. Oh, we can't.
Let's try suicide. No, we can.
Oh, we can, but only really bad ones. Disarray? Misfortune.
I feel like we're getting really close to the end of this.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Incongruent.
Depression. Disaster. Contamination.
Mariage. Anime. Sorry, anime.
My effulgent. Happiness.
Grief.
Sadness. Okay. Crimson. Hello. Da, 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 da. I will do that every time. You can't stop me.
All right, time for more terrifying shit.
Yep. Oh boy. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, S.
Ah, hi Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room.
About yesterday.
We haven't seen this before. This is a new,
Yeah.
in front of the closet.
I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. And I had already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
S. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly.
Don't touch the tail so casually.
They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and...
Monica comes in. The building's on fire!
Sorry, what am I saying right now?
Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't seen her either? Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, did Monica personality wipe Natsuki?
That is what she said she would do.
Ah! Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on.
Odds on Yuri pulling out one of her knives and threatening Natsuki.
So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Yeah?
Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
But...
I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that.
Haha.
Eh.
No, not at all. I don't hate you.
Haha. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. Help me, yes.
I do hate you, though.
You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Huh, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
It's just her sprite keeps getting bigger and bigger. I want that to happen at some point, because you know how they get bigger when they...
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, Hyde's Python book.
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. Why would you have... You would have heard the bell ring, at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good.
It's a
yet.
Groundhog Day scenario. She practices each time it loops.
She's gotten really good by now. Come to think of it, who else is in the school? Have they all joined the literature club and been eliminated?
We just kind of gloss over the school days, don't we? We have no
Still,
parents.
That must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Aw, well, thanks, Yuri.
Her sprite's kind of going off the screen there. You should play something for us sometime.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet.
Here's a sample. Kill your family. Kill your family.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, S.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much
She sweeps the
recently.
other two out of the way. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Let's take a look at the closet now that we've got a chance.
Full of manga.
Yeah, it's got her manga collection. That looks all pretty normal, actually. But it's our first time seeing this background, so we should remember it for later when it inevitably gets fucked up.
Yeah. Is that going to be where Natsuki dies, in her manga closet? It will
Oh no, why did you have to... Of course it is.
be. S. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned on it
Find
anyway.
me in the club.
I don't know any of the words to that song, so.
Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I like it when you use the force.
My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but
Let me show you my knives.
need to try to calm down.
All of my knives.
I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
So many knives. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
I didn't see any tea back there, but alright. Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. And tonight, we're drinking out the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher?
Only if I can call you Daddy. Because of the long legs. No?
Thank you. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
That's different.
Yeah, it is.
Ah. Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like that this time. Just filling up the water pitcher to make some tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be in the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it.
Horrible things time.
Okay. You braced? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yuri?
Yeah.
Alright, just gonna... Okay, great. Cool.
Rewind. I'm back.
Oh, it rewound. That's what was going on there. Whew, Nelly.
Thanks for waiting patiently. S, do you like oolong tea?
Oh, yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Kelvin. It's not hot enough. It's actually making the water even colder.
Now,
Sorry.
now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm... Oh.
But that was my only line. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, S. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
S, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Eh? Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? Wonder why that is.
It's most likely because my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
yeah, posture. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time. Each one holding each half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. So close. So close, my mouth is going to be right in front of the microphone. I can't actually do that because there's a blue light on the microphone.
What do you mean?
Because if I go here, then the light on the microphone that shows it's on is just shining right in my eyes.
It's not that bright.
It is to me. Also, because you're not at eye level with it.
I can't see too well.
Because of this light on the microphone. Right at eye level. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize.
I had one teacher back in middle school who was very angry when I used the phrase "my bad."
Is it the one that I think it is?
Back in middle school.
Oh, in middle school.
No, you didn't attend my middle school.
I thought you said high school and was like...
No, it was my band teacher, I think. I remember at one point I said "my bad," and he was very angry that I would not just say the words "I'm sorry."
Oh, I said the wrong thing. My bad.
My bad. My B. Sorry, that's my B, sir. Are you sure?
Of course.
Is her expression here different too?
Not yet.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any hard over time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically Has anyone told you it's hard to read stuff straight for like 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah.
It's hard. But as a result, her left
Luckily,
arm...
I read stuff gay.
Her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Boop. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
S.
That's lowercase s to you. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You really shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily.
I can't. S.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over.
S. My heart won't stop pounding, S.
What the hell just happened?
Everything went black and scary. I can't calm down.
I feel like, is something going on behind her in the closet there?
I don't think so. I think it's just dark and scary. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, S?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me?
Is that meant to be like a heartbeat?
Yeah. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop.
That expression is new.
Yeah. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you.
Okay. Okay. Looking at... I thought she was following my mouse for a second, and I was like...
That would be great.
No.
I wish that's what was happening.
I hope she's not looking at the camera at us, because, I don't wear anything when we're recording.
It's time to share poems.
How you doing, Yuri? See, now the skip function is active.
Okay. Let's turn it off for now, because I bet some of them are different, right?
Yep, let's try showing it to Natsuki first.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, this is different.
I liked your Oh, that's you.
I liked your last one better.
I'm gonna hide.
Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring all this out. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with, Baka. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it.
Yay, spiders. Spider poem,
Spider poem, spider poem. It appears to be the same.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that music was out of key or something. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. Oh, of course not. Anyway, the message is perfectly straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people found out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. So the one thing about doing this is we haven't found out anything about Natsuki.
Yeah.
We've been pretty hard focused on Yuri route here.
Well, we'll find out soon after Yuri dies.
Yep. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things, such as two of the girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much. I do. For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so... Whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now.
So that was different.
That was different. Let's show it to Yuri.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
One thing I feel like they're by focusing on Yuri route, they've made her become obsessed with us. Or Monica has made her become like obsessed in order to try to get us repulsed by her.
I think that's just what happens with Yuri. I think.
Maybe. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprise. Oh, you mean without Sayori here to tame things down a little bit?
Or not necessarily that, but that it's not that we picked Yuri route specifically. It's just
okay.
That's the particular kind of unhinged she would become regardless of our choices.
Yeah, fair enough. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Yes. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly?
I learned it by watching you.
Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Knees weak.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, S.
Why don't you just look at... Come here so I can stare at you again.
Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, S? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? Ooh,
This is
that's
new.
different. I
All
also
right.
can't fucking read from this distance.
Okay, hold on. Want me to get it since I can read it well enough from here? Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning on an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A taut harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. True controlled. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A pager?
Prayer?
A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time, devouring stakes with human eyes. Snakes with human... I can't read from here. What was I thinking?
I can if I lean forward so I'm not on the mic.
That's the problem. Alright, well, you keep backing me up. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God, disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times. Every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to abandon to another world. Kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing, bolt head, breathing, ship, breathing, portal, breathing, snakes, breathing, God, breathing, blood, breathing, holy stakes, breathing, human eyes, breathing, time, breathing, prayer, breathing, sky, breathing, wheel.
That slaps.
Okay, honestly, it does slap, actually, really hard. Like, are they trying to make her seem more unhinged with this? Because I think that just slaps. That's just good.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it.
I love the breathiness you're giving her. That's really good.
And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though.
Yuri's having a normal one. Let's show it to Monica.
S, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see.
What?
I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice.
Monica, what are you doing?
It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So, I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. while you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me.
How you doing, Monica? How you doing?
To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members.
Holy shit, she's not even hiding it anymore.
But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
She hands it over, and it's just like a fucking threatening. It's just a
Fuck
blackmail
you
letter.
in particular S. It's new,
But it's the same title as the last one.
but it's a new poem.
And words are missing. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright. I'm just going to read the word
Yeah, do.
as if they had, but note that there are letters missing from these. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and
An endless?
oh, that's an endless. Cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grinding waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine. Cosine. Tangent. We did that one.
Algorithms!
Thanks, Ringo.
I can't not.
Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. An endless poem of meaningless. Delete her.
Ooh.
Last time it said load me, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Delete.
Not anymore.
God, she's just openly threatening us now.
Oh, this game is
Whoa!
pretty good.
Did you just see it,
Yeah, I
dude?
did.
Okay.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to,
Threaten you.
Well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Do. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Maybe we should save again, just real quick.
That's load.
Whoop. Why don't we have any saves?
She deleted them.
Why don't we have... She deleted our saves.
She did. Let's save.
I'm going to save in... Just in case, I'm going to save in a slot we haven't used yet. Just to be safe here.
It won't matter.
I know it won't, but let me... I wouldn't have noticed that unless she drew our attention to it just now.
Yeah, because... Oh, I wonder if we should have tried to go back and load and choose something different with Sayori, because we wouldn't have been able to.
I bet after we finish the route, that's when it stopped. Like, as soon as we finished the route, our saves would have been gone.
Yep.
Because you notice the new game thing was different. I
Yeah.
bet in order to prevent you from fucking around too much, that's when the...
Yeah.
Oh.
You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me.
Okay.
That's my advice for today. Do. Thanks for listening.
Oh, God, I love this shit.
Oh, let's read the special poem.
A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time.
Oh God, that's even worse. I didn't.
Look at my pointer. I don't know if you can see my pointer,
I
but
sure can.
is that Sayori's face?
I think that's Monica's face.
It's not. No, eye colors are wrong.
Okay.
And
yeah,
the
I
hair
guess
is
that's Sayori's face. So I hadn't really put together that Monica rewrote Sayori, and that's why it got to the point that she killed herself.
Because Monica was. Oh no, she changed the poster again. Monica.
She sure did.
Monica.
We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
Monica, what are you? Oh, we're back
We
now.
have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. So she's been rewriting. I caught that that's what she did with Natsuki. I thought she was just stepping in to kind of push Sayori in that direction.
I didn't realize she straight up rewrote her.
She straight up rewrote her to be the. Oh, that's.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since S joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know?
What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage.
Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. We need spares. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, S?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of S to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Where's the music?
It stopped. Bad things are gonna happen.
Yuri never even talked until S joined.
Oh.
As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home.
Oh.
And S isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Time to rewrite. Gets out the Python text.
Yeah.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and S want to get more members too. Right?
I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation,
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club. It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did?
But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything.
S, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it?
You asked me to? Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it?
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monica sits down and stares at her desk, making sure that we can see the poster on the wall behind her.
What's the point of all this, anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
Yes, it is. Anyway, it's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, S. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things.
Oh.
I start hoping that I'll run out of lines so I can take a drink of this coffee. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm going home. I feel like Like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki.
Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
Who
cares about that obnoxious brat?
Ho! How you doing, Yuri?
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president.
Vice president.
It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
It's not right for you to...
Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Ooh. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club.
Okay, the spurt effect didn't land for me. That went back around into funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But what about you, S? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what'll end up making the Literature Club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you.
Why are you doing this to us, Monica? Like, what that... I don't want to look at that all the... Yuri, can you move, like, a foot to your left, please? What?
Oh, yeah?
You see it?
I do.
You see it?
Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too.
You don't say.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
Maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods.
Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. Vice president.
There you go.
And also a wonderful friend.
See?
Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever.
Seems like you want to do everything you can to get alone with us so you can get out of the game somehow.
Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, S? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with S before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president.
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow.
Your eyes stopped bleeding, that's good.
See you tomorrow!
Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom.
Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? S, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club.
I don't know, everything seems super surreal, and I'm not sure what's even real anymore. Is the background getting darker, or is it? It is. Okay.
I would really hate to see you unhappy. I kind of feel like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know.
We still don't know what Natsuki's deal is.
Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things that I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why...
Wait,
not yet. No!
So wait, is the game fighting back against her, or what's going on here?
I don't know. as she's trying to do her best within the confines of the game.
Yep.
Well, let's poem.
Embrace. Climax.
Rain cloud. Ooh, that's not quite right.
Frightening?
Oh!
Oh, I saw it. I saw it. Depression?
Aura.
Or, oh,
Ho ho!
she's trying. Wrath. Agonizing. Excitement.
Graveyard.
Hopeless. Why is that the one that makes Monica down there happy, huh? Unending. Determination.
That's interesting. Monica took over that one. That used to be a Yuri one.
Yeah, I don't know how this is working anymore. I'm just picking words now.
Yeah.
I'm sure trying to pick Yuri words, but disoriented. Starscape. Yep, she took over Starscape. Entropy.